All right, guys, welcome to math class, another one of Mr. Wilkie's videos. Our champs today is we are at a conversation level 0. We are raising our hand for help. We are doing math. The movement is a 0. Participation 100%. And if we all participate and follow the champs, we'll be 100% successful. So today we are going to continue on with multiplying fractions. This time, instead of multiplying a whole number by a fraction, we're multiplying fractions by fractions. Our I can multiply a fraction by a fraction. Very simple. All right, so let's get started. Today we're going to be focusing on how to multiply, Steve, a fraction by a fraction using the model method. So some of you might be like, Mr. Wilkie, why, and I know parents at home, why do we learn these different ways of doing math that I can simply just solve? 2 reasons. A, some kids, we're all at different levels. Some kids struggle with multiplication. So we start doing fractions and multiplying bigger numbers. This gives you another option to give you a visual and to draw a picture and to solve it that way. 2, it helps you understand what the problem's actually asking us. So sometimes we just know 5 times 5 is 25. I talked about this yesterday. I had to memorize that. Never knew what that looked like in a model. No one ever drew 5 circles and put 5 X's in each one, right? So we're going to show you the why we're doing this and what it looks like. So everybody should have their books and be open to page 122 in your instruction book. And what you're going to see is you're going to see your first example problem, which is, let's do it, 3/4 times 2/3. I'm going to write this on the board. 3/4 times 2/3. Now, a couple little housekeeping review things. A little vocab, so when I say it, you at home know what I'm talking about. The numerator, when I say numerator, I mean the top number of a fraction. When I say denominator, that is the bottom number. So numerator, denominator. Now, the answer, anyone know what the answer of a multiplication problem is? Darius? What is it called? There's a name. What? Brian? No, I'm asking for the answer of a multiplication problem. Aaron? Starts with a P. Nope, it is a product. So product. So if I say product, that's the answer of the multiplication problem. So when I was a kid, and last year even, I taught kids this way. I said, when you're multiplying, it's fractions. It's really 2 multiplication problems. You're multiplying, I'm about to use another purple. Here, let me use this. You're multiplying the top numbers, and you're multiplying the bottom numbers, straight across. So you would say 3 times 2 is what, Dwight?
3 times 2?
Yeah.
Bro, 6.
6. 3 times 2 is 6. Make sure you guys, that's messy.
Who's that?
It's 6. Then we go down to the bottom one. Aaron, 4 times 3 is? 12. And you get 6/12. So if you're on a test and the question just says 3/4 times 2/3, you can do it like this. Now keep in mind, parents, kids at home, this is not simplified. But we're going to worry about that another day. So that is the easy, old school way of doing it. Now, for those of you who need a visual, you need another way of going about this. I'm going to rewrite it. I'm going to erase it. So you guys got that down? Okay.
No. Yeah.
Write it in your page if you want. It's simple. It's like 2 things.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to show you it again, so it's fine.
Oh, wow.
So now we're going to show you the model way. This is what we're all going to show you. Ms. Dockery's group will be working on it. We'll be working on it. So we're going to go back. We're going to do the same problem. 3/4 times 2/3. 3/4. It's on the page. I'm doing the example with you. We're walking through it step by step. 3/4 times 2/3. All right, we got our 2 fractions. First step you do is you got to draw a box. Brian, please raise your hand if you want to talk. Draw a box. Next thing you do is you set a fraction right here and a fraction right here. And when I mean a fraction, I mean one of these. So it doesn't matter what side you put them on, you'll get the same answer. Well, let's just do this. Let's do 3/4 on this side. And let's do 2/3 on top. Okay? Are you guys with me?
Yes.
Okay, up here. So now we have to split our box. If you look at the example on your page, you'll see the box is split into separate squares, right? My first thought was, when I first looked at this, I thought, how do you know how many little boxes there should be in the square? How do you split them up? So here's how. Remember the vocab I taught you. Denominator. The denominator tells you how many rows and columns. Columns are up and down, rows are sideways, that you need to insert in the box. So here we have 2/3. What's the denominator? Raise your hand. Jamir. But what is it on 2/3? I'm asking you the example. What? It is 3. So the denominator tells us how many times to split the box up. So I'm going to split this, and it's not perfect. It should be even, but it's not perfect. I'm going to split this into 2/3, okay? Everybody got that?
Yeah.
So it's 3 times. 3, see, everyone see the 3? 1, 2, 3. Now, who can tell me how many times I need to split the box into columns? How many times? Camise?
No, you mean rows?
2? What's the denominator? Huh? 4.
Don't you mean rows?
Oh man, I need the green one. Or rows, sorry, yes, rows. Thanks, Dwight. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm sure you're gonna make a lot nicer square at home. Let me just start off with that. So now we got our box split up. Is everybody with me?
Yeah.
So the denominator shows you how many times split it. So 3 here, that means we need 3 columns. 4 here, that means we need 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. Now we need to work in on shading it. And if you're like, how's this gonna help me multiply? Just hang on, we're getting there. So, 2/3. The denominator tells us how many to make. Anyone have a guess at what the numerator, the top number, tells us to do? Kamaya. How many to shade? Awesome. Let me give you shine star. All right. So we're gonna fill in 2 whole columns. Look. See how I did that? All right. Now we're gonna move to the rows, 3/4. Who can tell me, if you were listening, who can tell me how many rows we shade in that? Braden.
2 rows.
How do you say 2 rows? We're looking at 3/4. Somebody help Braden out. How do we know how many to shade in, Simpson? From the numerator. What's the numerator, Braden?
3.
So how many rows we shade in, Braden? 3. Thank you. Good job. Way to help out, Simpson. So now we're going to shade those in. 1, 2, 3. So what we have, it looks like a mess. My coloring skills are not the best, or drawing. But what we want to look for is we want to circle. So I'm going to use a different color so it sticks out. You want to circle the boxes that are shaded in with both colors. And here we have these. Those are the boxes shaded in by both colors. So I don't know if you can see it at home or not, but it's right there. Those number of boxes gives us our answer. So the numerator is the number both shaded in. So how many have both colors in it? How many overlap, Jade? 6. So our numerator is 6. And then our denominator, Dwight, may keep that camera up. That denominator is the total number of boxes. They don't even have to be shaded. So how many total boxes, Ty? How many total boxes?
Oh, this 12.
1, 2, 3.
4.
What?
How many total boxes, David?
12.
12, thank you.
Oh, that's you got it.
So the total number of boxes, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's our denominator, and then the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blocks or squares that are shaded with both colors is our numerator, okay? And that gives us the answer. Is it now, class, is that the same answer we got when we multiplied straight across? Yes. So that is how you multiply fractions using the area model. Come.